Hey guys, LevelCap here, and today we're going to talk about Doom's open beta. And I'll forewarn you, this is going to be a bit of a rant. Now, I covered the closed beta a few weeks back, and I was not impressed with it. It showed clear signs of being a console port, lacking many of the PC features that I was hoping for. In addition to that, the game felt a little bit more like Quake than Doom, and a little bit more like Unreal than Quake for that matter, mixed with a bit of Call of Duty. It's a weird hybrid game. I don't know if I would call it an arena shooter, and it's almost certainly not going to appease the old school fans. Not to mention the game has just got some straight up bullshit mediocrity game designs, like melee kill animations. Those, in my opinion, should be in very few games, especially competitive multiplayer shooters, but especially in something that's supposed to be an arena shooter. Now, the melee kill animations, they might look cool and look awesome on a YouTube video, but for gameplay, they're actually quite obnoxious, and especially when your netcode isn't syncing up right and you watch kills like this here, where somebody's meleeing me from like 10, 15 feet away and there's like nothing you can do about it. Clearly there's some synchronization issues going on here, and it's really, really annoying to watch somebody teleport to my body and then do some awesome finishing move on me. And unfortunately, this kind of thing was happening to me all the time, and there's nothing more annoying than a game that's supposed to be this fast-paced and this skill-based having stupid melee kill mechanics built into it. And if you actually think that melee kills in this game are somehow skill-based, check out this kill right here that I get on this guy. I mean, he's just barely on my screen when I get the final blow. You compare this to a game like Counter-Strike or something else where you need headshot-like precision to get an instant melee kill, and if the multiplayer continues to go this way with just dampening the skill required to get kills and to perform cool finishing moves, then frankly you can count me out, and probably anybody else who's interested in a competitive-based, skill-based shooter. And of course there's a lot of argument and discussion about what an arena shooter should technically be, but one of the things that I personally remember from arena shooters is that they were highly skill-based. And Doom is far less skill-based than any of the other arena shooters that I used to play back in the day. And it's just kind of making me sad that developers are kind of taking this approach to, hey, everybody should be able to get a kill style of game design, as opposed to, hey, maybe players should have to get good at the game before they can start doing well in the game. And then there is, of course, the demon power-up. Think of it as a Call of Duty kill streak, one of those really good ones, except it's kind of random who gets it. It just spawns on the map, and if you happen to be close by, or you're timing the spawn of it and then you try and grab it when it spawns, then you're going to get a weapon that's so powerful you can probably go on a 10 kill rampage if you're just a decent player. You don't even have to be that good. The demon is amazing. Whereas some of the other power-ups like quad damage or the special gun that can one-shot you across the map, at least you're still a normal player, a normal soldier that can go down pretty quickly. So if you miss your shot or you're not that skilled, you're not going to do that well, even if you get some of the cool power-ups. But the demon is just like the win button, and it has no place in a team deathmatch style game mode. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it shows you at the end of the round the scoreboard, and you might have done really well on your own just running around as a normal soldier, and then you see some guy who got the demon and he's got 10 demon kills, so he topped the scoreboard, and you're like, what the hell game are we playing? It's just sort of like RNG FPS now. Now, I don't want to portray myself as someone who has to have a new version of a game be just like the old version or really embody the old school game. I'm okay with evolutions in game design, updating games to be more appealing to modern day audiences, but what I really don't like is mediocrity and dumbing down of games and making them easier for everybody to get a kill. And that seems to be the growing trend with first-person shooters, and I would expect it from a lot of big AAA titles, but I was hoping that Doom would adhere more to the old school Quake roots and its origins in that department and really embody a high skill based shooter. I feel like developers are looking too much towards the Call of Duty franchise and trying to copy what they're doing to achieve that massive success, when they could be looking at games like Counter-Strike that are very skill-based and are also seeing massive success. I think we can have both things out there, but everybody always seems to be pulling from what Call of Duty is doing and why is Call of Duty successful, as opposed to some of the other more hardcore, more intensive games. And perhaps they're not looking at Counter-Strike because that game is only successful successful on PC, and it doesn't really have a console base. So to make money these days, you got to release on all platforms. But I will say, as far as PC goes, they are definitely getting the shaft. And if you're saying, oh hey, but this is still an open beta, there's a lot that can change for a release. Yeah, if this game is good on release for PC, then I will eat my words and I will be happy about it, because I want this game to be good. But given id's history, my god, they haven't made anything good since 1999. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'll admit, I straight quit out of this game and went online to try and see if there was like a separate company working on the PC version of this game. I couldn't really find any information on that, but what I did find was a pretty interesting article from Kotaku back in 2013 talking about the development history of Doom 4, and oh my god, has this team seen some bad problems along the way. Complete reboots, firing of the talented people, all the skilled people just quitting the company or being fired. And the original version of it, apparently they called it Call of Doom in the dev team, and then they scrapped that model and they started building this one. The accounts of internal struggles and mismanagement are just insane. It's definitely worth reading through the article, but if you're playing this game and thinking like, how is this game just so underwhelming and so mediocre? How did id mess up again? It is definitely worth reading through the article. It'll probably explain a lot of what's been going on. And again, I don't want this game to fail. I feel like there's a few small changes that could push this game a long way. I don't know if it would push it all the way, but it would certainly make it closer to a game that's enjoyable for somebody who wants a good competitive shooter. And I would love id to actually have a successful title. I mean, they've been pushing out basically failure after failure for quite a while now. Feel like it's just a company that made Wolfenstein and Doom back in the day, which are just such huge, notorious titles, and they've been riding on the coattails ever since. Anyway, that's currently how I feel about the state of Doom. It's clearly divided the Doom fan base as well. A lot of positive reviews and a lot of negative reviews so far on the Steam open beta review page. Check it out for yourself. Anybody can play it right now, so it's certainly worth doing so if you're interested in the game. And I'll be doing a full review on the game once it launches. As always, guys, thanks for watching. This is LevelCap signing off.